Hey everyone, this is Pseudo Auto, President of StarCraft 2 Club, coming at you again with another commentary of StarCraft 2, of all things, you know. Pretty ridiculous, huh? I commentate StarCraft 2 for StarCraft 2 Club. Anyway, so we have Frozensteam playing as the red Protoss at the 2 o'clock position against Splink playing as the blue Protoss in the 12 o'clock position, top of the map. And Splink was the one who sent this to me. He is a member of the StarCraft 2 Club. So yeah, he sent me this replay, and so I'm going to be casting it. It is another PvP, so if you don't like PvPs, I'm really sorry, but you know, this is what I have. If you want me to cast something else, then you can send me a commentary, and I will cast that, even if it's something, you know, if you custom made your own races and you put them up in a game, I will cast it probably. Anyways, I actually think you can do that with the editor these days. Anywho, so I was worried I wouldn't be able to get this replay to work because it's from pre-patch 1.1. As I'm casting this, patch 1.1 has been released, and I did play one game of that today. It was Protoss vs. Protoss again, which I might cast that too, so sorry if you're sick of these Protoss vs. Protoss, but that's what I know best, and that's what I've got. So, let's see here. Let's start actually paying attention to the game. Looks like Splink's just slightly ahead in Harvester count, putting that gateway a little bit later than Frozensteam, which you can afford to do. You know, if you can pump out a few extra probes before you put out your initial gateway, there's nothing really wrong with that. The distance is long enough that, you know, a few seconds isn't going to make a huge difference. Do have scouts in each other's bases. So, whoa, bit of lag. Lag, stop lag. Whoa, okay, this is not good. Okay, here we go. Yeah, yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but that happened and it ended. So we have a gas going down for Frozensteam, and it looks like Splink trying to put down a proxy pylon. I wonder if Frozensteam's going to be able to scout this. He better, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. It is a nice spot to put it there because, of course, it is blocked by the gas. Though most players do make it a habit to check that area relatively soon after, you know, they spawn and everything. Gateway about to be finished for Frozensteam. Splink is a few seconds away still. Simulator going up, and we see no probes transferring. There we go. Frozensteam transferring 2 probes to his simulator. Looks like Frozensteam is going to scout this pylon, so that's going to be destroyed fairly soon. Splink's not going to get a chance to do anything with that, and he's going to lose those 100 minerals. So that's a bit of pity for him. And we have the first Zealot coming out for Splink. Frozensteam just building his first Zealot, and it looks like Splink's probe is now leaving the base undestroyed, and yeah, so it looks like we now have the Cybernetic core going for Frozensteam. Nothing too weird. Still only has 2 guys on gas so far, and Splink is now putting his own probes on gas. Only 2 on his gas as well. I wonder if they like talk to each other. And whoa, hold on, Frozensteam is pulling his guys off of the gas geyser. What is this kid planning? Putting down his Cybernetic core. Well, that's already been going up. Looks like he's going to take out that pylon now, but no guys on gas. So this looks like he's probably going to go for some sort of early Zealot rush, though it is a little bit late for Zealot rush. I'm wondering exactly what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to do it in combination with warp gates. That's definitely a viable strategy. And yeah, so let's see. And it looks like he is putting down proxy pylons. So that's what we're probably going to be seeing here. Is it's going to be proxy zealots. First zealot out is first zealot is out for Splink. Just 1 so far. About to be okay. Putting on the pylon right there. Good. Not going to be supply blocked. Warp gate technology has started. And for both players, but Frozensteam chrono boosting his out, so, and actually Splink doing that same to his, but his out is going to be out a little bit later because he started it later. And Zealot's still hanging out over here, you know, admiring his own work, having destroyed the pylon. I'd zoom in right here, but my computer would probably die if I tried. And still no guys on gas, so yeah. It looks like he actually used part of that. Well, actually, this was clever. He got just enough gas for the warp gate technology. I didn't notice that was exactly the right amount, but he actually did, because now he has only 6 and another lag spike. I don't know what's going on, folks. I'm going to have to check before my computer before I do any more. Looks like Frozensteam putting on another proxy pylon. Yeah, so this is one thing I really like about PvP. You can do a lot of mind tricks. I know people don't really enjoy watching PvP, but playing it is a blast. If you don't play Protoss, you are missing out. Yeah, that was totally biased of me to say that. But it's true. There's really a lot of fun mind games you can play in PvP. You can, cancel buildings while people are leaving, pull guys off your simulators, and still only 2 guys mining. This is simulator 3 on this one, so just a little mistake. No, 2 on both, actually. So it might have been intentional. That'd be a little strange. Anyway, Splink putting down a pylon here just to make sure there's no drops or anything like that, or proxy pylons. We do have the sentry going up, so that might be able to buy Splink enough time against this Zealot push. And we do have, I think, well, we already saw this, I just forgot to point out, 3 more gateways going up, so it's going to be 4 gate Zealots. A lot of minerals being saved up in the bank. I think he could afford to use a few more of his resources right now, because if Splink had been committing a bit more to troops, he would be able to... One thing I've noticed, well, let me finish that thought first, he would have been able to push up here and possibly do some damage since there's only 1 Zealot. He could have had more troops out right now. One thing I noticed is a lot of Protoss players early game, they're very hesitant to use their gateways when they're not warp gates. I noticed this myself earlier on when I was, earlier on in my play, like during the beta stage and whatnot. That I would always, feel kind of weird not using the gateway when it was a we're getting tons of zealots getting queued up. I don't know what the point of that is, but yeah, and so that sometimes would hurt me, especially against early attacks. But if you just think of it as a Terran barrack and more lag. Again, I'm really sorry about this, folks. I will check this out and I will make it go away as soon as I can. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go check that right now. So I'm going to stop the video as soon as this lag stops, and go see if I can fix it. It might just be that there's I heard that people are having problems with replays, older pre-patch 1.1 replays, so that might be that. And I actually don't know if you guys can even hear what I'm saying right now, because it could be that like everything on my computer is frozen, not just the game, which would stink. Though it's kind of weird because I can still move the mouse. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, waiting for that to stop. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, so. Yeah, okay, here we go. Now it's fixed up, and now I forgot what I was going to say. And nice proxy pylon by Frozensteam. Going to have, if he can get his troops up here, he'll be able to reinforce directly onto Splink's area. And I'm going to pause this right here and check and see if I can figure out what's going on. Alright, so sorry about that, folks, even though to you it'll only be just a moment. These are good grapes. Anyway, so after that bit of randomness, but yeah, so it looks like Frozensteam's going to go in for his initial attack. I think it just has something to do, and it looks like Splink actually sees this attack coming, sees the proxy pylons, knows he's in trouble. He needs to get out a bunch of stalkers right now, because if he can get stalkers, he can micro against this, and maybe even another sentry just so he can put up more force fields here, and then use this, the stalkers to attack from ranged, rather use their ranged attack, and yeah, so now those zealots are going to get stuck. But the thing is, Splink doesn't have enough anyway, and Frozensteam has enough zealots that he can just tank whatever damage these stalkers will do, and a whole bunch of stalkers getting warped, and this is what Splink needs right now. He needs to get these stalkers also up to the front here so they can do more damage with this force field blocking their way, rather blocking the zealots' way. And really, at this point, Splink should not only can afford to, but should put down another gateway. I mean, if he can't expand right now. And teching is just going to get him in trouble because obviously he doesn't need tech right now. He just needs to build enough stalkers that he can micro against this and zealots to tank the damage. Warping a few more zealots, but he doesn't have enough gateways. He can only warp 3 units at a time. He's going to need a lot more than that, to combat Frozensteam's 4 gateway push. And it looks like a whole bunch of zealots getting warped in. I don't see if Splink's going to be able to hold this off. He only has 4 stalkers against 12 zealots. So it would have been a full control group if this was Brood War. I think. Actually, you know what? I'm going to count. That's 11. Anyway, but we do have a Void Ray out for Splink and a little bit more lag. Again, I don't know what that lag is. I just checked and I couldn't figure it out. A bunch of probes dying. Looking at the Harvester count, which I already have popped up, which I haven't looked at this entire game until now. Now 31 to 19, so Splink's still dramatically ahead, and that void, but probably not for long. But it doesn't matter because none of them are mining. So Splink's minerals per minute is going to go down very quickly, and all these probes are going to die because they're running through the zealots. Never mind, they're okay actually. So it looks like Splink's going to be able to clean this up with this charged up Void Ray. Needs to get out another Void Ray and some more troops in general. Again, needs another gateway. One thing that a lot of people don't realize when they're playing PvP is you can afford to have more buildings up than your economy can technically handle. And Splink's targeting this pylon should be targeting the zealots. He needs to get rid of the zealots. They're the threat right now. He can get rid of the pylon afterwards. Looks like now that he's pushed back the zealots, he's going to take out this pylon. That's going to slow down Frozensteam's reinforcement rate, but not by much. And oh, there's the stalker. It's going to get stuck. Or rather trapped by the zealots. No, Splink, run it back. Oh, okay, running it back, but he still needs a lot more troops. Has 3 gateways they can all, or warp gates they can all warp in. A stalker needs to warp in those stalkers, and or maybe even zealots would be better at this point, just to tank the damage. Only warping in 1 stalker. What is he doing? What is he doing? Okay, here we have Splink going for a counterattack, trying to take out these gateways, I suppose. Not sure how this is going to work out. Only 1 stalker warping in though. But the thing is, it's kind of a race against time here for Splink. You know, Frozensteam can keep warping in stalkers at his main, and he'll be able to take this out eventually. Splink is not paying attention to this Void Ray just now, and so now he's going to be focusing down these stalkers. But the stalker is going to take out the Void Ray. No, Void Ray manages to survive 26 health. Frozensteam now running and going to surround all these stalkers. Splink needs to pull back these stalkers. Pull back the stalkers. Do it. Pull it back. No. All these stalkers are going to get surrounded and taken out. Looks like one tried to run away, wasn't able to. So yeah, Splink at this point, I don't see how he's going to be able to survive this. Needed to get up more buildings. What I was saying earlier, I don't think I actually got to finish that thought. But anyway, in PvP, you can put up a lot more building. Well, not a lot more, but you can put up like an additional gateway than you think your economy can handle. I don't exactly know technically how that works out. In the mathematical sense, I suppose. But and now Splink losing all his probes. He's basically lost. There's nothing he can do right now. And there we go. We see the GG. Good game, and it looks like Splink did have a second Void Ray in trying to do more damage. And hasn't left yet. I don't know why Splink hasn't left. Okay, there we go. So he left the game, and that is GG. So as I was saying, I kept on starting this, I thought, and not finishing. But yeah, you can have more buildings up than you think you can, because that's basically a lot of PvP. Regardless of most of it is one base play, at least for a large part of the game before there's any expansion. So usually a fight or several fights on one base for both players, unless they specifically go for a fast expand. In which case, even then, it's by the time your opponent attacks, your nexus may not even be up yet. But in any case, Splink opted for the Void Rays instead of extra gateways, but he could have done both. The reality is, maybe not in the gas sense, but if he had been mining with all 3 probes on these gases, that probably would have helped. But overall, not a bad game for either player. Looks like Frozensteam was mining from that gas, obviously, to get those stalkers out later on. And it looks like actually, Splink did a lot of damage here. He took out a couple gateways at least. I think he took out just 1, I think. Yeah, it was just 1. But yeah, he actually did take that out, but in the end it didn't matter. It was just too much, too little, too late, to use the overused phrase, which is that. And alright, that's it. I think I'm going to go ahead and cast the game which I played today. Is my first game in patch 1.1, which is also a PvP, incidentally, so if you don't like PvP, you don't have to watch that. Of course, if you're watching this, you probably at least tolerate it. Alright, but anyway, yeah, good job to both players. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.